What's up, everybody? You know who it is, Jamel Lamar. Welcome to the Rendezvous Suite podcast. Now, this young lady I'm talking to, I gotta slow it up. This young lady I'm talking to, she is a very talented singer, songwriter, and I believe I can also be safe to call her a relationship therapist. Because her music, if it's having some problems, it's gonna get you right. It's gonna get you that good, you know. But the young lady that you are looking at right now is Anastaasia, aka Smiles. That's the nickname. You know, I gotta give everybody a nickname.
I love it.
But what's up, Smiles? What's
Hello.
good?
Good morning. How are
Good.
you?
I'm great, man. I'm sitting here talking to you. You are actually the second artist I've been blessed to talk to and interview. And you know what? I gotta give a lot of love to Canada, especially Toronto. Y'all been giving me a lot of love, man. I appreciate y'all. So I'm gonna just give the love back, but let's get into this because I know people are just looking because your music. Oh my goodness. Oh, well, we're gonna get into that as well. But I'm coming out the gate. Who is Anastaasia?
Oh my goodness. Anastaasia is a lot of things. I don't even know where to start, but artist-wise, I would consider myself a different feeling to a familiar sound. I think that I'm full of personality, which you hear in my music as well. And I'm just doing what I love. And giving it the best and all that I can.
I mean, I love your music. It's really free and refreshing.
Thank you.
And it's really the women of today. And I love that. I love it. Who are some of your inspirations as far as an artist coming up?
Honestly, when I first started, it was, and kind of still is, Aaliyah, Beyonce, Love Sade, Destiny's Child, I guess I'll put in there, Usher. Yeah, pretty much that. And then, as I started to get used to like what my sound was and who I liked, Solange, I'll put in there because, oh my gosh, just amazing. And then I just became my own inspiration after that, just trying to perfect what I did before or like beat who I was before. But yeah.
I mean, and your songwriting is amazing. I mean, Lord have mercy. I put two of your songs on the Rendezvous playlist. One is Do You Want the Do You Want a Remix? And the other one, which is my personal favorite, the Coochie song. Oh my God.
That's my favorite song to date.
I love it because there are a lot of songs where women, and it shouldn't matter how I've always loved a woman who's confident in herself, in her body. Mm-hmm. And not to a point where it's overly confident to where you're like, oh, damn, you think you all that, but it's genuinely sexy. It's like, oh, okay.
Right.
I see you. So with that song, the Coochie song, like what made you write that?
Oh man, so I was going through like one of the worst writer's block in the pandemic. And I just wasn't able, or I felt like I wasn't able to write. I also went on like a smoking break because I just stopped smoking. And I was like, I used to use it for like inspiration to try to help me not think within a box. So I had stopped smoking and I was like, oh my gosh, I can't write. And one day I felt inspired. Somebody sent me the beat and I was like, okay. And I started singing melodies. And the first thing that came to my mind was the opening line, which is, I don't know if I can say
You can sing it. This ain't rated PG. It's
I'm
rated
not
do
gonna
what you
sing
do.
it, but the opening line is, "This pussy is worth every issue I give you," and I was like, okay,
Mm.
wait, where can I go from here? So I just, took it from just relating from my relationship at the time, like, it's just the truth. And I know that most people hear it and they think, oh, what is she talking about? Or trying to put like a price or value on pussy, but that's not what I'm saying. But yeah.
What I received from it, listening to it, was the best way I can phrase it. It was a beautiful confidence.
Okay.
It was like, you got that ting, and it's so good that it's even worth the trouble.
I
And
mean,
I've met women like that. And even my baby now, I love her to death, but and I gotta say sometimes, like, yeah, she worth the trouble.
period. Yes.
She worth the trouble. So
I know that's right.
it's and then it's like, again, how many male R&B artists talk about the good, or how they can do this and do that. So it was refreshing to hear a woman speak and like be confident, but just like it was beautiful confidence. I mean, I can't put it in no other shape or form.
Right. I definitely don't want to take away from your perspective of how you receive the song, because everybody or people that I've heard at least talk about it, they receive something different from it, right? And I love hearing the different perspectives. And that's what music is about, right? It is subjective. It is however you receive it, and I'm not going to take away from that. I'm gonna leave it at what you took it as, because you're not wrong. You're definitely not wrong.
Okay.
It's just there's just a bit more that's involved because it's not necessarily. It's not necessarily about, my goodies being great enough for the issues. It's also just saying, like, men nowadays, or at the time, whatever, have to understand that, like, if you say you want what you want, when you're presented with it, you have to understand that, like, the accountability, all of that is encapsulated with that, right? So if you say you want this and you want to stay with this and be over here, it comes with accountability, and you can't just neglect your responsibilities and think you're still gonna get it. Like, it just doesn't make sense. But that's what it was more so about. You know what people told me? You know what a man told me? He told me the Coochie song is rebranded trust issues.
And what was your response on that one?
I said, this is exactly what the song is talking about. So it's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
I love that. If you want to look at it as rebranded trust issues, I want to talk about that. You know what I mean? Because let's really get down to the nitty gritty of that. Why you think that, and where in the song did you get that? So
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's go on to your latest single. Do you wanna remix? Because you're not alone on that one.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, man. Listen. They say beautiful women travel in packs, and on this song, they wasn't lying.
Yes, my girl Shy Wisdom.
Yes, man. I don't even know where to go, because watching the video, you guys just had such a pure organic chemistry. I can imagine, like, when y'all was recording the record, how much fun y'all was having in the studio.
Yeah. Shy Wisdom, she is I would call her the vocal Bible of Toronto. Like, she's insanely talented, and it was an honor to work with her, because she's been around for a while in the city, and I felt like, who would be better on this? And I remember when I released just my ideas of, like, recording it, and I asked her, I'm like, would you want to be on it? And she said, yeah. Again, this is in the pandemic, so a lot of us artists we weren't in the best headspace and things of that nature, but when it came down to laying down the ideas for the verse and stuff like that, and the back and forth, it was seamless, because she's also my vocal coach. So
Okay.
yeah, so we're really friends. I look at her as my big sis, And yeah, and the video was, you know, at the beginning, it was a bit of a headache because everybody was late. But once everybody started rolling and, you know, we all started getting to know each other, everybody else, it just came together so beautifully. And I was just so happy with the ending result.
Nah, it was definitely a dope video.
Thank you.
Again, both songs I've been getting people asking more and more about you.
Yes.
So I was happy when you accepted to do this interview. I was like, wow, okay, God definitely is working with me on this one.
Yes,
but
even with me. Thank you.
Amen. That's all I can say is amen. But let's transition to a little bit of another direction. Now, in the beginning, I introduced you as not only a singer, songwriter, but also a little bit of a relationship therapist, because on your website, you do, like, you know, you give relationship advice.
Yeah.
What made you... I'm sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you go ahead. Sorry.
What made you go in that direction? Because that is, for most R&B singers, it's like their music is almost like a relationship therapy, so to speak. But you actually, with fans or just anybody who just inquiring about some kind of relationship advice or perspective, you give your own personal time and you help these people out. So, like, it is relationship therapy or being a relationship counselor, is that something that if by any means singing or the music didn't work out, you was like, well, yeah, this is definitely going to be it because I love this? Or is it was just like, yeah, I just like the help?
You know, that's a great question. And the short answer is absolutely not. I definitely wouldn't want to be a relationship therapist or anything adjacent to that, because you never want to be on the hook for the reason why people make the decisions they make. You know what I mean? And I feel like people do lack accountability nowadays. They look to point the finger at everyone but themselves. So I definitely wouldn't want to receive any type of like hatred mail about giving somebody advice, which is why I also preface by saying, you know, you can do whatever you want to do. I'm just going to give you my perspective from the knowledge that I gained, the books that I read, the experiences that I lived through, observation of friends, family, and stuff like that. And just kind of like some people, when you're in a relationship, that you have what do they call it, like the rose colored glasses on, so you can't really see things clearly all the time.
The light tinted.
Yeah, like you don't really see things as like as they are. So I have a lot of experience with friends and just people asking me for advice or questions based on their situations. And I guess when they watch some of my TikToks and things of that nature, they hear the way I speak and like how I'm able to just, I don't know, I guess resonate with them. So I open that up to people and say, hey, if you have any questions or want to know what I think or want to know how I would go about it, hit me up and I'll help you out.
And that's dope, because, you know, a lot of artists, I mean, don't do any of that at all. Like, you're doing something with your following or followers that gives you a personal connection. And it's like anybody can just say, well, you know, my man or my lady or whatever, or my ladies or my, because, you know, there are a lot of different type of relationships.
I know,
but
yeah.
You know, it just opens that really close and personal connection with your audience, and that's really dope. Like, a lot of artists don't even think or would even take the time to do it, and you have it right there up on your website, and it's like, right. Hit me up.
yeah. I think it's really, really important, especially nowadays where, you know, the music and artistry has changed so much. There's not much that is a mystery anymore. You know what I mean? And I feel like, fortunately or unfortunately, depending on the way you look at it, fans just want to know that you can't just make them feel like, oh, here's my song and just download it, stream it. What are they really getting in return sometimes? Not to say that the music isn't enough. It's just, I would like more of a connection, because especially since, you know, shows have slowed down, at least for me out here in Toronto. that's when fans would say, anytime you're performing, I feel like you're singing to me or you're performing to me, and I like that intimate connection. And I just like, well, aside from the music, how else can I let them in? How else can I say, hey, I also want to know how you're doing? You know what I mean? Not just about how you help me. So yeah, I think it's cool too. I think it's cool.
Okay. So I'm gonna take this moment to do a slick transition.
Okay.
I'm gonna get into Anastasia's relationship. So I'm gonna ask a question a lot of guys want to know. Now I know, and even some ladies,
right?
Is Anastasia single, taken, or is it complicated?
It's definitely not complicated, but I'm gonna say this, and I'll probably get a little flack for it, but I'm single till I'm married. That's number one. Number two, I am dating.
Okay. So that means everybody got a shot. Not everybody.
Definitely not. Definitely not everybody. Yeah. But I am saying that I am single till I'm married. So
okay. So until she got a ring on her finger, fellas, you could take a shot. Like, so let's make it a little easier. Let's cut around that. What's Anastasia's preference?
When you say preference, what do you mean, like aesthetic?
Oh, well, we all have our preference. Like some, you may like a tall dude. You may like a short, and if you do, oh Lord have mercy, I'ma love you.
Honestly,
but you may like them light skin, dark skin. You may like them creative, or you may like them political, or what's Anastasia's preference?
So Black, first of all. Sorry.
Okay. No, there's nothing wrong with that.
Love my Black men, although that doesn't mean that I don't find other races, attractive. But finding you attractive is just, that doesn't mean anything to me. So my preference is a man who knows his purpose, because I feel like that is very important. If you don't know your purpose, you can't be pursuing me. That makes no sense. A man who believes in God, for sure. And with knowing your purpose, that means that you have a vision and you're literally out getting it. If you're not already there, I'm not looking for somebody perfectly together and built, because I'm not, you know what I mean? So I just feel like if you know your purpose and you're in your purpose and you know where you're headed and you can lead well, please. Leading well. Obviously I would love somebody who is, established and, like I said, able to lead well, right? Because eventually I would love a family, but I'll start with that. I do prefer taller men. I'm 5'8" so I do prefer taller men, but I have dated shorter men. I definitely have. I haven't discriminated against that.
It don't sound like I'm getting a little personally attacked right here.
I find that the short men that I've dated, they're like, it's like they want to force the fact that they know I'm taller. And it's like they try to make it seem like it's not a problem, but it's referenced so much. It's like, okay, so why do you keep bringing it up? Like, I'm clearly here. I obviously don't care. Like, can we? And they just, I don't know, they do too much. I don't like it.
Hold on.
That's been my experience.
The ones you dated did too much, huh?
Exactly.
We all ain't the same.
I hope not.
We all ain't the same. Some of us like a tall drink of water. Well, in my case, everybody a tall drink of water, but still, it's like I don't know. I'll say this: some people may feel like they have more to prove than they really do.
Yeah, it's like, can we, I believe in friendship as a foundation before you start any type of relationship. So even if I find things about you that I may not necessarily prefer in somebody that I want to be with, we're establishing a friendship. So let's get that going. And then you never know, all the things that I thought I wanted could just fall off the list. And I realized, oh my gosh, you're such a great person. And now we're in love. But when you make things awkward and reference climbing trees, and I'm like, why are we doing this? Like,
Well, see, me, I would take that as like it's just funny.
Yeah,
It's
but
just funny because
no,
like
but like it was all the time.
yeah, well, not all right. Well, maybe not all the time, but
One
it
time, the
still
first
is like
time,
because
okay.
it is something that you know that certain people are going to like just always say like, oh, you know, he climbing the tree, or you know, like they. I guess some people probably try to cut off the jokes before they get hit with it. So if you crack a joke on yourself, it leaves less for anybody else to say.
But then for me, it's like that's telling of like in your insecurity a bit, or you might feel like I'm insecure about it. And then if that's the case, like just ask the question. I'm such a direct person. I'm not one of those people who like to play the little games and give little hints. I'm very like, so how are you feeling about this date? Do you like me? What do you care about the height difference? Does it really bother you? Like, I don't have time. I don't have time. I just want to get down to what it is and get it over with. Like,
but see, here's my question with that. Then it's like, because if somebody if somebody can laugh at their self and their imperfections, it's just, I guess, tastefully funny.
Yes.
Like, you don't want to overdo it, but you know, like, oh, I know this is funny, but I'm cool. I'm at peace with it, and I'm comfortable. It's like what it like. How do you? Because I can't tell you what's too much for you. So I'm trying to help the audience see, like, all right, well, if you talk about it every day, yeah, of course that may be too much.
No, literally, there was like 2 or 3 short guys that I actually like went on consecutive dates with, and it was like, first of all, like the first time, because I knew they were shorter, I didn't wear heels, so I'm like, let me not wear heels because I don't want them to feel away, right? So I didn't wear heels. And obviously, and literally, it's like they were the copy and paste in the same 3 guys. Like, oh, I thought you were gonna wear heels today. Thanks for, considering my height. And then it was like, so when I did wear heels, oh damn, like, I'm like, am I gonna hear about my height every time we meet up? Like, I'm just over it. I'm over it. Yeah, it was a no for me.
So let me talk real quick to my vertically challenged brothers. Let's keep it simple. Let's do better, guys.
Like, just don't.
We got a shot. That's it. Don't overdo it.
If she said yes, she already knows you're shorter. Leave it alone.
That's it.
If it actually bothers you, then say that.
Do like I would do. Talk about the smile.
There you go.
The smile's got a smile.
Talk
about talk to her, actually. Just see if she got a mind for politics, music, do art, all that other stuff. Stay away from the physical. Just don't talk about it. You see she beautiful, she knows she beautiful. We don't have to talk about it no more, okay?
But I get it, especially the first time. Like, hugging is a bit awkward because, like, I get it, but
no, I'm laughing because these are things I've personally been through. So I get it too. Yeah. But, and I'll say it up front, I'm so cocky about who I am and at peace with it. It's like, okay, as long as what you need me to stand on the chair, I don't care. Just come in and give me some love.
But that's good.
Just come give me some love. That's all I need. I don't care who looking. Let them watch. I'm gonna show them how it's done.
And that's exactly how you should be, because what can you? It's your height, bro. There's nothing else you can do about it. So what's the point of making it awkward? Like, who cares? But yeah,
I told somebody actually this week. I told somebody, like, listen, if God wanted me any taller, God didn't make me any taller because I'd have been too much for the world. He was like, nah, I gotta keep you here, bro.
Listen,
an inch more, you're too much.
I say the same things about things that used to bother me. I'm like, listen, I wouldn't know what to do if I had certain things. You say, like, God would know. He would know. I'd be all over the internet. But anyways.
Well, listen, if we ever get to connect, because I would love for you to come to New York. I would love to have you to do a Rendezvous Suite Unplugged. And I hope we can get that together one day. But if you do, just bring the vibe. That's all I need.
I am the vibe, so I will definitely be, bringing that.
I can dig it. So let's get into this next question, which I actually am interested in what you're going to say in regards to this question. Okay. What's your love language?
Oh, reciprocity.
I'm sorry, say that one more again.
Reciprocity.
Oh, you gotta go. You gotta go in. You gotta go full detail into that.
My love language is reciprocity. So even in the Coochie song where I say, I expect what I pour, right? Meaning I want to get what I give. That's my love language. So if I'm giving you words of affirmation, if I'm giving you acts of service, if I'm giving you, you know what? One of my love languages isn't necessarily, it's not physical touch. It's not. However, if that's yours and that's what you like to do, that's fine. Like, but I'm not going to be like, oh my God, I want to like feel on you or cuddle up, or I'm just not one of those girls. But reciprocity, that's my love language. Like, you got to give back what I'm giving. You know what I mean? I can't always be pouring into you and I'm not getting anything back. So that's the show.
Would you say that can be a little bit difficult? Because some men, you know, they may be more affectionate than they are to be vocally affectionate, like to give you those words, that support. Some men may, you know, feel like, well, giving you money or giving you constant gifts, they're stronger in that than being physically affectionate or to give you inspiration through words, or, you know. So do you think that can be difficult at times?
Yeah, I think everything in life can be difficult. You got to choose your hard, right? Everything is hard in life. You just got to choose. I feel like in the sense, or like in your explanation, everything you got to figure out, right? So if everything's got to switch over, it's like a puzzle. So if he were to express to me, you know, I feel like I'm better at this than this, I will definitely hear that, obviously, and then be like, well, you don't have to continue being who you've been. You can evolve. So if that's something that you're used to doing because of your past experiences, or because you just feel like, I know that some men say, you know, they just can't think about what to do, so they just give money or they just buy gifts, wherein I would probably much prefer you to just like, I don't know, sit here with me and have a conversation. I don't know. The context does matter, but I think everything can be difficult, and for the right person, if you really see the vision there, you'll make it work. Everybody can't be stuck in their ways. If you're willing to adjust, then I don't see a problem.
I can definitely agree with that. I feel like from so far the small conversation we've had, and you're more impressed of the small things than the big things.
100%, because how you do the little things is how you do the big things, right? So it all of that really, really, really does matter. And I just feel like just basic communication and comprehension. Like, if you don't understand what I'm saying, don't assume, ask. Like, I'm a big person, like, just ask what did I mean by that? Because I don't want you going away comparing me to all the other girls you talk to and think that I meant the same thing. And I'm like, no, that's not what I meant at all. You know what I mean? So yeah.
And I've always said, like, the art of communication seems to be like a bit of a lost art. Like, me personally, like, I love to conversate. I love to have, you know, great conversations with people. But, you know, some people are just more into texting, and they can't just put the phone down. Like, I put it down. So, hello, how are you? You know, what's on your mind? Oh, you into that? Well, talk to me about that, and I'll talk to you about this, and exchange ideas. And it's like it's just a really lost art.
Yeah, it is. And I don't know if that was a big thing before the pandemic. I know it got worse during and after the pandemic. And I'm not gonna lie, I am or was one of those people. I definitely prefer to text. I don't want to talk on the phone. I actually, so there was this one guy that we were texting so often that when we finally met up and we're conversing in person, I wasn't used to him cutting me off when I was talking. Because when we text, he literally waits for the message and then replies, right? So now we're face to face, and I'm like, sorry, I'm not used to you kind of like cutting me off when we talk or stuff like that. Or we would send voice notes. We would do a lot of voice notes and stuff like that. But I agree. I think in person, eye contact is very important. But I'm a little shy when it comes to that kind of stuff. So
okay, little smiles, a little shy.
I'm very shy. I am very.
I can see it, but listen, when all of that inside, all that beauty you have inside you comes out, it definitely displays in your music. So,
Oh, thank you. Thank
you
you.
know,
I do my best, man. It took me a long time to get here, you know, and even with the pandemic happening and everything, just with my artistry, it's I've taken a huge step back. So I'm just getting into the groove of things again, and I'm excited. I'm excited about music. I'm excited about my music. I'm excited about women in music. I'm excited for R&B because the girls are girling. So yeah.
I mean, I definitely love a lot of R&B today. I feel like it's not being paid attention to in the correct way, which is the reason I created the Rendezvous Suite. So, safe place for R&B
Yeah.
lovers, R&B talk, love, real romance,
Right.
relationships. So, it's a safe place for all of that great stuff.
Thank
But
you.
let me well, speaking of other artists, let me give you this. Let's say you was approached by 3 artists
Okay.
to do a remix of the Coochie song.
Okay.
And the 3 artists I'm about to name, you can only pick one
Okay.
to do the remix with. Now, those 3 artists are Victoria Monet. Excuse me for pronouncing her name wrong because I still can't get it right. But is it Netta?
Oh, I think it's Nita. Yeah.
Nita and Coco Jones. Out of those 3 artists, which one would you pick to do a remix to the Coochie song with?
So, all those women are amazing in their own lanes. Like, they all sing down. Coco Jones' tone, sickening. Maida, her skill, her just delivery, everything is just great. Victoria Monet, though, I'm saying Victoria Monet, and I'm gonna say Victoria Monet not only because we are in the same age range, which is important for me, but though I don't know if you know how long she's been around and been doing this for. Like, even before this was her like this new 70s type of vibe she has with her music when she was more pop. I've known Victoria Monet, and she's so inspirational to see that, like, just don't give up, keep going. And I would just love to connect with somebody like that. So I think she would eat Coochie song. And she would also be able to speak on it from the other perspective because she is bisexual, right? So even introducing that side of things, I think would be really would be great for the expansion of Coochie song, because now other people have a different side of it, and the people who relate to being bisexual or whatever, they'd be like, okay, you know what I mean? Because she would have those bars that are in there. So my vote is Victoria Monet. Yeah.
I actually, and that's what I actually thought you would pick.
Yeah.
Because I've been a fan of her since Ass Like That.
Yeah.
I heard that song, I was like, whoa. And then when I seen the video, I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
But it was just from that point on, so now she's really kicking it up a notch. But it's like this real subtle sensuality that's amazing. It's like, wow, you're sexy, you're up front and really honest about who you are, but it's not like so loud, so it's like, damn.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
It's not
actually, sorry, what were you saying?
No, I was saying it's actually somewhat similar to you.
Is it? Well, that's good.
A little bit. I think you're a tad louder, not so much, but it's still, you have a very similar subtle sensuality in your music.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know, I just don't want to ever over sexualize anything, because it's not about that. And after a while it gets boring. Like, okay, what next? You know what I mean? So it's not who I am. I obviously obtain that, and that's a part of me, but it's not who I am. So I don't ever want to be too direct with it. And anything that I'm saying it's nothing no one's ever heard before. Like, what have I really said that's really X-rated? Nothing.
I don't think you've ever. I mean, besides, and I wouldn't even call a coochie song X-rated. I would call that more of.
It's only because I say pussy.
Yeah, that's the only thing. Outside of that, it's more rated. Maybe rated R. Maybe.
Yeah,
but
I feel like even with Do You Wanna, anytime the verse starts and they hear the I'm trying to get my back from now, they're like,
that's the shock value, and then after that, everybody listens.
I'm grown, and you've grown too. Why are we acting like, you know what I'm saying? Like, please get over it. You know what I mean? Like, people want to make things salacious, and I get it. It's fine. I'll feed into it every single time. It is what it is.
Listen, I appreciate you. I appreciate your process. I appreciate your creative demeanor. So don't stop. Keep growing. Keep doing what you do.
Thank you. I appreciate you so much.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. So let's move on to your talent as a songwriter a little bit. Who are some artists that you would love to write for, outside of yourself, of course?
Wait, write for or write with?
Oh, right. Well, let's do both. Write for, then write with.
Okay, listen. I really want to write with Party Next Door.
Okay.
I don't know if you know Party Next Door. You have to know Party.
Yeah, listen. They've been on the playlist a few times.
Party Next Door, his skill, the way he can take up the beat can sound so uplifting, but he's writing some depressed ass shit over it, I think is amazing. Like, just that contrast is great. I think his spacing, his melodies, I think they're just amazing. I would love to write for Rihanna.
That'd be kind of dope.
Yeah, Rihanna. I actually have a song for Coco Jones. I'm trying to get to her right now. I also would love to write for really pretty much anybody. You know who else I want to write with? Lucky Day. I want to write with Lucky Day. Ooh. Lucky Day. And I want to just be in the studio to figure out the process, because my favorite song from Lucky Day is called Misunderstood. And I feel like there was no way that he heard that production and wrote that to that. Like, it had to be made around what he sang, because the way, I don't know. I just think I would love to open up my mind to different ways of like approaching music, because I'll just say it, but I come from more of like a old school R&B background, where like the verses were the verses, and there was a melody, and there was a structure to music, and there's no structure to music anymore. You know what I mean? So that's been kind of difficult for me, which is also why I approach, when we were talking earlier about having fans write to me for like relationship advice or whatever, the things that I say, I find it difficult to put into a melody sometimes, because it's just difficult. It's just a bit difficult for me right now. I don't know. I'll hopefully one day soon I'll perfect that, but I just feel like some words you can't fit into a melody. So that's why I just rather talk about it. But yeah, so Rihanna, Coco Jones, also some rappers. I really want to get a song to Sweetie. Like, Sweetie needs, I want.
Oh, well, I know somebody who's currently working with her that you actually mutually know. So
yeah, and I gave her the record, so they got it. They got the record. I'm just waiting for that to, pan out. But honestly,
that's how it is. See, first Black low. Leave me out the IG. Don't want to put me on. Now you giving records, and not even like yo Mel. I'm about to put you on. I know you won't let me did it. Well, you gonna let me be me on the record. You gonna let me be that? I'm the true ad-lib king. You know
okay.
What I mean? All them what?
Okay.
I don't tell nobody to take that. I say do that.
Okay. Period. Let
me stop. But I actually have a wish list, like, cause I love to do this. I love to think of what duets or two artists can work together, and it's a few artists that I would love to personally see you work with, but give me your vibe on it. How would you feel? So straight out the blue, I'm gonna go to one of I do hear the old school feel sometimes in your music. So I'm gonna go to one of the biggest dudes right now, October London. I can definitely hear you and him on the record,
100%.
especially after that Christmas album he just put out. Oh God.
Yeah, he's refreshing to hear.
Mm-hmm.
Very refreshing to hear. Oh my God, I would love to. Love.
Definitely dope. Another guy I love. Great voice. I'm not so sure of his writing, but I believe he does do most of his writing, but he's incredible. Straight out of South Carolina, Jay Howell.
I haven't heard of Jay Howell.
You have got
you gotta put me on.
He is dope.
Okay.
He has one of those he just has one of those voices. Long range, and his writing, I'll be scared to see you and him in the studio together.
Ooh,
just because I know it'll be something beautiful, even if it's ugly.
Ooh. And you know what? I love that. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So
you gotta send me that link. Let me take him in.
Oh, listen, I'll send you the Rendezvous Suite playlist link, and he's up there a few times.
Okay.
He's up there a few times, but and one more for me would probably be, I don't know. Actually, it's a duo straight out of Jersey.
Yeah.
They call themselves God.
They call themselves God?
But the name is unique. It's spelled GAWD.
Okay.
It means good ass women deserve.
Ooh.
And they give that freedom that you give. Mm-hmm. So I feel like being and they're a duo, but with you, I think that'll be another dope record. I think that'll be more like a dance record than anything.
Ooh, yes, I'm like itching to do a dance record. When I first started doing music, I was more on the pop side as well. So I used to do that, and then I strayed away from it because it wasn't my heart. It was just something that I could do. So I did it. But yeah, I'd love that. Hopefully, you're speaking this into existence.
Listen, I hope they watch this interview. Like, come on, we can get this going. We can we can get this going. So let's lean into 2024. Do we have any new music coming out?
And I'm so proud to say that I actually do have new music on the way, because I was ready to throw in the bag.
No, don't do that. Oh, whoa, what you mean?
I was ready to call it a quit.
Listen, don't have me.
I know. So anyways, we won't talk about that, but
no, hold on. I gotta say it. Don't have me come to Toronto with a pad and a studio on my back. You cranking out like 5 albums. Hold on. We don't do that. We don't quit.
I know, but the feeling is still very real. It is something that, I was considering. I think that's normal, but
if I got anything to say about it, don't do it. Don't do it.
I went back and I listened to all of the stuff I had, and I was like, how can I just that doesn't make any sense. Like, this music has to come out. Like, it just has to. So I know you only see 2 songs of mine pretty much released. That's because I released an EP every year since 2016 up until 2020. And I recently had to take everything down. So it's in the process of getting re-uploaded. So I'm going to release 2 EPs in the first quarter of 2024.
Okay.
And then my new stuff is gonna come by summer, hopefully. I'm just wrapping up some videos right now because, we gotta have things in line and in motion.
Well, matter of fact, I'm gonna send you a beat.
Okay.
Something I actually did co-produce. I'm gonna send you a beat. I'm gonna see what you can do with it, and we can do it. Then I'm gonna holler at my man, and then we let's see. It's a party beat too, so hopefully, what I mean, you can get that, what I mean, all that, get it ready. Oh, don't start. Don't start now. Hold on.
Okay.
Too early. But definitely, I look forward to 2K24 with you.
Yes.
I just, oh my God, I look forward
to New York.
I'm
gonna come to New York.
Come on, man. Listen, you gonna have to stay here easily, maybe a week, just for me to show you a nice amount.
Okay. Okay.
A nice amount, because
We'll
5 boroughs.
We'll get it done.
A lot.
We'll get it done.
Let's get it done. But we're not gonna finish it. Let's take it a step further.
Okay.
What's your 5-year goal?
Oh, 5-year goal.
5 years. It's not long.
No, I know. I just you just take it one day at a time, you know. But in 5 years, man, I pray that I have already been on either. Well, first of all, within the next 5 years, I am going to be joining somebody's tour, right? I'm going to go on my own. I'm also going to create my own, because I actually want to do like so in Toronto, we're very, our background, a lot of us are Jamaican. So.
Oh, Bomba Glad.
Why is that always the word? So.
Man, listen, respect. That's it. You know what I mean?
You don't know.
I mean, you talking to a Brooklyn kid. I'm in Flatbush all the time. So, and my family is from Belize and Honduras. So we love them Jamaicans.
Right. Hey, we love you too. So I want to do.
Don't tell me nothing like that.
I want to do a tour called the Gal Dem Tour. So it's just like 5 or maybe 6 women touring just on one tour. Like, I think that would be impactful. I think that's empowering. I haven't seen it done yet. So I'd love to do that. Also within music, definitely would have already had that Rihanna placement. Definitely would have already worked with Pharrell and Party Next Door. I'm so heavily focused on my writing placements, because this pen is amazing, and I want people to I want to hear people sing the things that I write. I would love to. I also have a bunch of like business ideas, but I don't want to get into that.
Oh, you know, well, I ask you off camera.
yeah, you can ask me off camera, right? But in 5 years, I guess I would say hopefully I'm married and have a kid by then too. I guess.
But I don't. And I ask this because I of course I'm not a woman, so to you know, when it comes to the entertainment industry, especially the music industry, it's like when women get pregnant, it's like that seems to stop a little bit of the process. They don't stop it fully, but it's because, you know, to be pregnant, you have to take it easy. You have to relax. You have to, you know, and because, you know, entertainment industry can be very, very, it can be a lot of pressure. Yeah. So you don't want to, you know what I mean? You want to make sure the baby has a lot of vibes. So are you concerned about stuff like that? Like when you talk about one day having children and...
No. One thing I know is that, you know, if it's in God's will for me, I don't have to worry about any of that. Number 2, I think if you haven't noticed, Beyonce, when she was pregnant, Cardi B, Victoria Monet was pregnant and came back and bounced back. Like all these people, they've normalized it because our careers can't just stop just because of that. You know what I mean? I think that was an old construct that the culture and society tried to place on us I think it was also rooted in like shame. Like we should feel shame that we're pregnant and still working, but like music is our passion and our love, and it keeps us going. So why would we stop just because we're pregnant now? You know what I mean? Especially if you don't have a high risk pregnancy and the doctor's not saying, listen, you need to sit your ass down, then by all means, why not do everything? We're already creating life within us, and we're still able to, like, that's just all about, it's all a part of being a superwoman, to be honest. So I don't feel discouraged about it at all. But I hope I will say though, the whole pregnancy aspect, I would hope to be towards the latter part of the 5 years. The latter part. There's a lot that I want to do before, you know, I get into that. So
well, I wish all that success and blessings to you.
And I accept it. I receive it.
Let me give you one more question. So as I've stated a few times in this interview, you are definitely an incredible creative artist,
Thank you.
but you're also and at the end of this interview, I want to try to stop using this, but you know, in lack of a better way to describe it, you are a sexually expressive free artist.
Am I?
And there are a few other artists that are doing the same thing, like Janelle Monáe. Who's another one? Victoria. I said
Monet?
yeah, Victoria Monet. And who else? And I'm thinking of R&B right now. I'm not. I can go into rap easily.
Yeah.
But, when you think of these artists, including yourself, how do you see the world receiving you guys?
I think there's so many different types of people. You know, there are people who would hear a song like the Coochie Song or a song like Touch Me by Victoria Monet and they would feel disgusted, like, oh my God, you're supposed to be a woman. You shouldn't be singing about stuff like that. But there are also people who are like listening to it and saying, oh my gosh, that's me. Like, I'm not alone in feeling like this. I'm not alone in this type of expression. And that's who we make, or I shouldn't say we, but that's who I make the music for. It's not just something that I experience, but I also know that there are people out there who resonate with it. I have a song called Hit It. It's taken down. It's called Hit It. And it's about like me. I like being choked during the act, right? So I say, I love it when you hold me around my throat and go deep. And the way people were like, Stasia, they're like, Stasia, because they see me as this like sweet, innocent, whatever, but like, I'm still that. It's just, I have a different side of me that you probably will never experience, but I'm not alone. I know I know I'm not alone in that. And I just feel like people who get it, and people who don't. I'm not in this to try to convince people to think the way I think or feel the way I feel. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. That's it. I feel like,
I mean, I find it weird that people like when they hear of, and I guess sexual acts from other people, it's like, oh, and it's like, you know, today's society is more open with sexuality and sexual expression than ever before. It's like, I mean, at least to me, it's average. It's like, you know, and a man like me, I love it. Tell me what you want, girl. What you want, baby? How you
guys not want
like it?
Yeah, don't you guys want music to put on, especially when like you're gonna be like, that's what it's for? And I just feel like we were talking earlier, it's an old culture mindset when it comes to how people believe women should be, or how there's a lot of shame. They put a lot of shame on us, like we shouldn't speak about or sing about that because, oh, men are gonna think this or men are gonna think that. And it's like, I'm not responsible for how you think. I'm not responsible for that, right? So I'm just gonna keep making a good ass music, and if you like it, you like it. If you don't, maybe I'll catch you on the next song. That's it. It's not like every single song is that, you know. So yeah.
And as you should. I mean, it's beautiful. I love it. If I mean, for every person that loves it, it's going to be a person that doesn't agree with it. They may not hate the music, but they may not agree about.
And that's fine. That's fine. I'm not everybody's cup of tea, but you know, I'm somebody's champagne. That's for sure. So.
You damn Skippy. I'm glad you said it.
Yeah.
Well, worst part of the interview.
Why?
Because I gotta end it. You know, I gotta.
All
you know, some people
come to an end.
You know, but listen, we definitely got to do the Rendezvous Suite unplugged.
Yes, so I'm so here for it.
Definitely going to talk. I would love to get you in some kind of a cafe, intimate setting with a dope band, and we can rock the Coochie Song out in a nice, sexy manner, and then we can turn it up with the DJ.
Yes, I'm so here for that. Let me know and we can make it work. That's it.
Listen, I'm gonna do all I can. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I want you to give Anastaasia, aka Smiles. A huge round of applause.
Thank you so much. I had so much fun talking to
Her
you.
music on all of your streaming platforms, but especially the Rendezvous Suite playlist, where she will be on as much as I can possibly play
thank
her
you.
music in. You know, I
appreciate you so much.
you, Smiles. Keep smiling, girl. You bring a lot of love into the vibes, man. And we could do nothing. Like I tell a lot of beautiful artists like yourself, we don't want to give you flowers. We want to give you the guard. So
Ooh, yes.
right here, girl, we gonna give it, cause you know some of y'all like flowers, some of y'all like the fruit garden, some of y'all like a little bit of everything. So we want to give you all of that and more.
Thank you. I appreciate you so much. This has been fun and awesome. And shout out to Andrina as well for this, because listen, we all need some assistance.
That's right. The Black Lotus, aka Lolo. Thank you for setting this up. Appreciate. You know, I gotta get the hell out of Brooklyn, man, and come to Toronto. Toronto, y'all
Summertime. Come in the summer, because that's the only time it's lit. Come in the summer and we'll set something up.
I am down. Matter of fact, I'm gonna work a few things, so I'm out there. I can do a little working too. So
yeah,
ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you when we see you.
Bye.
Love, feel, kiss, hug,
yes,
everything but hate.
Please.
I know you do.